to begin with my testimony, and actually my name is Bibi and I came from Yangon, Myanmar. Here when we talk about the testimony, so testimony have multiple meaning, but in order to the Holy Bible, we can understand that testimony means evidence and this is the witness. Alright, so here I have to share with you or with my testimony before and after I have before and after I take baptism. Before I take baptism, so how I spend my life and how I did, and after taking the baptism, how I spend my life. I have to share. Actually, I want to share with the PowerPoint slide by slide, and actually it will not take time too much. It will take time very short. So I hope my testimony, duration will be 6 or 10 minutes, okay? But not much. So to begin with my testimony, and I want to go back, last 10 years, go back what I did. So I want to move there, slide number 2. This is the first time that I did the ministry in there, Yangon, Myanmar. So, which is the, in 2013, yes, around that time, we have I have some of the fellowship, and we just distribute, some small boxes, which mean is like something like color page of 4 or 5, including such kind of this book we can understand booklets. So such kind of the booklet by using, and we just contribute to unbeliever. So my country is actually this is Buddhist country. That's the reason why on the main room and everywhere we try to contribute the booklets to unbeliever, because we mentioned some scripture portion, and after this slide, where you have to move, where you have to go, what will happen. So everything we described and we mentioned on that book. So that's why we contribute. Before we move that way, we take validation from one was my pastor. It's my uncle. So I want to move the third slide. Actually, I'm standing, next to pastor. It's 2013. It's been so long time, but I was dreaming to give the testimony when I have I got an opportunity to share. So I was dreaming for that one. But God is alive. God is really amazing. That's why God knows what I have a dream. So this is God making time to share. And we just taking the memory. This is when we have a return back from the distribution like that the boxes to unbeliever. So I want to move back to I have to move to the next slide. Okay, this is the 2014. I took baptism from in the hands of my uncle. This is the actually according to the Christian culture, how I did the baptism, it doesn't matter. In order to the Christian religion, alright. So after when we grow out later our age, so we take the baptism. So according to our culture, alright. So I take the baptism in the 2014 in the hands of my uncle, Pastor Bertie. Thank you so much. So I want to move to the next slide. Okay, this is the after 5 years and later we did I traveling to the Twin State, Palawan Township. The reason is one was my auntie from the father's side, and he have a dream that the God is the blessing, so God fulfill. That's reason, and we moved to the Chin State level townships. The purpose is like this is a lot of the people who does a lot of the children. I mean, who doesn't have the parents. So I mean the not parent to the children who doesn't have a parents. So for them, we like to take care. That's the reason why we moved to Blackwood townships from the Yangon. So then. This is, I want to move to the next slide. This is the, after moving, this is the 2019 God blessings, and we just take some children to take care. This is the validation of orphanages from the, from the pastor, and we blessing is actually all those who are, I'm just saying not for ego or for proud. It's not. I'm showing. I'm not. The reason is not too proud, but it is after, before I took baptize and after taking the baptize, what I did and how I have to spend my life. So this is the actually my turn to share testimony. That's why I take such kind of the memory, and I'm also in the doing the ministry. Actually, it's a really hard thing in my opinion. It's not easy because some are if during when we are doing the ministry, if we are it's very easy to fall down because a lot of temptation is there. Sometimes even before I took the baptize also, because I just grew up in the Christian background, and my auntie and I'm including my father as well, and my father actually is a pastor, so that's why I'm not like going other person. So I just a very strict family. If I like using some alcohol, such kind of things I never use because my father, my friend they are using, but sometimes they inspire to have such kind of the thing. But by the grace of God, I didn't use such kind of the thing, and I can say in the front of in the presence of God, because this is in my abilities. This I can, but this is the one of the God's grace. This is the God blessing. So I want to proud for how God's grace in my life and how God is taking care of His children. So those who have depending 100% in Him. For those person, God is really blessing and protection from any kind of the situation. Sometimes last 2019, that year I have a big accident with the car. Actually, I have returned from the prayer. We have a prayer meeting in every Wednesday night. That's the night. As well, I returned to the chapel to my home, and when I returned on the way, and I got accident. That time, so I was thinking, that I'm not alive, but God is how God work and how God live my life is incredible. This is God is really incredible. That there's a lot of testimony in my life, but this is the thing that I have already shown on the PowerPoint. So this is the main what I want to share my testimony. So here I have to encourage each and every one of you. So those who are having purpose to do the ministry, so we can work together, not issue. But the reason is when we have a dream or something to do the ministry, actually it is not easy. who have experience, they can know very well about that one. That's why we need to surrender our life and to God, and whatever happened, sometimes I really appreciate one of my best friend Diamond, and I know because he shared to other or not, but I'm not sure. He said regarding about his testimony also. When I heard his testimony also, it's a really amazing, incredible. It's the same thing, the person who have the fully dedicated in his hand for ministry or depend fully in God. So this is the really God is protect them. God responsible for their life. That's why brother and sister don't worry for what we'll do in the future, but you just submit to God. Okay, this is the actually we cannot predict what will happen in the coming a few minutes or 5 minutes. Nobody can predict the future. That's the reason we have to submit to whatever we do before we do, because the human is like a flower when we alive in this world. That's why we have to have like according to the Bible, what the Bible have recommend us, we have to live according to the Bible. This is the important thing. And here one thing is my testimony time. That's why so I want to encourage a little more. And as we are the human, alright. So human, you mean we have a soul and spirit. So animal they don't have. They have only the soul. They don't have spirit. So after this life, God has given us the spirit. Alright, that spirit can connect with the God. So that's the reason why God. When God has created the same His image and put the spirit, animal they don't have spirit, so we cannot connect with God, but we can connect with God. That's why if you how many of you have an experience? I think most of you have an experience. So that's why in our life we should have a good evidence in our life as we are the big believer. That is very important thing. So here my conclusion, whatever happened in our life, and we need to submit our life, and God will take care of the rest of our life and what we need. So this is what I want to share this morning. Thank you very much. May God bless each and every one of you to this my testimony. Thank you so much.